What's up, everybody? This is DDS, and as you see in the background, got something else going on back there. I was taking some photos and stuff, and I decided to leave this up in my videos because I'm like, I may start doing this for the intros of my videos. I really do like having a different background, and it just feels different. But anyway, that's for a whole nother video. In this video, I'm using my Maschine Plus in standalone mode. I've received a few different questions as far as like in comments, DMs, emails about people asking about the CPU usage. Some people say that they have issues if they load up a sound from Massive or anything like that. They get CPU usage issues and it starts to mess up the whole flow. So I personally don't have these issues, but I always recommend, number one, even before anything else, is make sure your Maschine Plus is up to date. Go into your settings while in standalone mode with the Maschine Plus and go over to the systems tab or whatever and just make sure there is no update, because yeah, when I first got it, that was some issues, but over the past updates, haven't had any issues with it. So I'm just, I'm not gonna use a Maschine Jam. I was gonna use a Maschine Jam, but I'm just gonna use this by itself and try and do some fun stuff with the video. Maybe use a green screen or something. I really don't know what I'm gonna do, but just do something different, have fun while making a beat. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions about the Maschine Jam, I don't know why I say the Maschine Jam. If you got any questions about the Maschine Plus, just let me know in the comments below, and maybe I should use the Maschine Jam since it's on my mind so much. Put these two together. But anyway, you guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I don't even know how many beats I'm gonna make. I don't know what type of beat I'm gonna make. I just know I'm about to make some beats. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, so before we get started, as you see, I have my Maschine Plus set up. I have the green screen thing going on in the background because I was going to try and do something with another video, but I'm just going to leave it like this. So just letting you guys know, you will see that little green screen there. But the reason why I am getting on here to explain what you're going to see in this video is because I did not run into any CPU issues. I will fast forward to specific parts where you will hear distortion, crackling, glitching, whatever it is you want to call it, that could throw off the whole process of making a beat. And you guys may think that that is the CPU. It's really not, because when it was going on, I believe my CPU was only at like 30%, and I actually ended up maxing out at the end of this beat at like 96% CPU. And then when we get to that point in the video, I will then let you guys know exactly how many different groups and sounds I had going on at the time to get to that point, and then you will see if there's any glitching from the CPU or anything. So I'm going to fast forward to where you guys will hear some glitching, because I don't want to just bore you guys where you hear me making the beat throughout the whole process. So I'm gonna jump cut to where you will see a lot of, or hear a lot of glitching, and then you'll see how I fix it, and I'll explain that as well. Okay, sorry if that video was a little bit blurry right there, just that one clip. That's because I had to zoom in crazy, crop a lot of the video out. I'm going to invest in a better camera, so it'll be better quality when I crop like that soon, but that's a topic for another video. So as you guys, hopefully you're able to see, when I was making the beat, it was still, the CPU was around maybe 35–40%, and I was having a lot of glitching sounds. And as you see, I only have a sound on the first 5 groups. Like, this will be a sound, this is a sound, this is a sound, this is a sound, this is a drum group. And there were presets that I were using for like Massive and things of that nature. And then with the drums, it's just a group that I had saved myself using some of the drums from the expansions. So there's no real reason at this point that I should be having all of this glitching going on, and it's not a CPU issue. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump forward and show you guys how I was able to get rid of that glitching sound. And it's going to be a real basic thing. I just want to show it to you guys because it's real simple. And from there, I'm going to keep building the beat up. I'll jump to the end of the beat where you guys can see exactly how many sounds I end up putting in this beat that don't even match the beat at all, but I'm just testing out to see how much I can do without it really being a CPU issue or maxing out the CPU. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I dealt with this whole issue of the CPU. Or the glitch, I should say. Okay, so as I've learned over my years with technology, sometimes the best way to get rid of an error or a glitch or anything is to shut down whatever you're working with and then reload it and see if that works. So that's what I did in this case. I simply saved my project where it left off with all the glitching and popping and distortion, whatever you want to call it. And then I shut down the Maschine Plus, and now I have it loading back up. And then from there, I'm just going to play the beat so you guys will be able to hear if it's any type of distortion, glitches, any of those issues that'll make you think it's a CPU problem. I'll let you just listen to it. As you see right here, I'm gonna go through and load it. It's gonna come right up and you can check it out. Okay, so as you guys hear, there is no glitching or popping, distortion, whatever you think it is going on. You can go back in the video just to hear how it was when I just played the simple beat by itself. And even then, I went and tried to add some keys on top of it and didn't have any issues. The CPU is running fine. It's just some type of glitch, I guess, with the audio at that point. So at this point, I decided that I was going to go ahead and just try to put as many different sounds in different groups as I could before the CPU started to give me any type of issues. And that's what you will see here. Like I said, the sounds don't even match the beat at all. It was literally just me trying to run a test at this point because I really wanted to see how far could I push this before it started making those glitches or slowing down or anything like that. So I'm just going to jump to a point in the beat where I have a whole lot of sounds added, like loaded up in there, and then I will let you guys hear it and then see what the CPU says then. So before I get started letting you guys hear all the different sounds that I put into this beat, I want to explain that when you see the groups, I know you may say the groups aren't filled, but that's because I'm in bank 2 of the groups. So altogether right now I have 14 groups going, and each group has its own preset or a loop, or one of them has my drums, like my drum group, but outside of that, everything is its own instrument going, doing its own thing. Some people said that they couldn't play loops. Some people said they had issues with one shots. So when I let you hear this, it's going to be a whole lot of sounds just going, and I will dive in and explain what the CPU did at this point and just let you see it. And as you see right here, I'm pulling my phone out because I was going to put that as a part of the video, but I'm just going to explain it to you guys and let you be able to, like, I'm gonna break it down to you without needing to put the phone video on there. So stay tuned. Just listen to this for a second. Okay, so as you guys can hear, there's tons of sounds in this beat, and it's just a lot going on, but I don't have any distortion, glitching, lagging, anything like that when listening to the beat. My CPU right now is currently like at 95, and it flashes into like a circle with an exclamation point type thing to let you know that your CPU is overloading, I'm assuming. And there really hasn't been any issues outside of that. So when the CPU does get to that point, you'll see that. And on top of that, it just gets to a point where you probably don't even need all those sounds, to be honest with you. Maybe you do, but to me, I'm good with just not even going into the second bank of groups. So yeah, hopefully this helped you guys see like the Maschine Plus is good to go for standalone mode if you need to make beats, if you're worried about, you know, how many sounds you can add into it, I should say. It's good to go if you're having issues with your loops, samples. Again, make sure you update it. And then if you have any glitches, don't be afraid to just save it, power it down, and load it back up to see what happens, because it may work. This doesn't even happen often to me. This was just something that happened while I was shooting this video, so it was perfect. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you're looking to get a Maschine Plus, there will be an affiliate link in the description. I appreciate y'all. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care. If you need help using Maschine, I have my video course up on teachable.com, and it's entitled How I Use Maschine. I cover everything from how I start a beat to finishing the beat. The link is in the description below, so if you need help with Maschine, go check that out. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.